If you're a service-based small business owner and you feel like you're constantly being pulled in every direction, I want you to hear this. Most of your chaos is coming from your team, but it's not. It's not. It's actually coming from unclear roles, but we often blame it on our teams because when roles are not aligned, people step into tasks that don't belong to them. And they avoid the ones that do belong to them. And they rely on you for all the answers. That's not a personnel problem. It's actually a structure problem. So today I'm going to talk to you about role alignment and what it is. We hear it so much, but we don't actually know what role alignment is, why your team needs it, and how to transform your business from inconsistent to unstoppable. First things, what role alignment actually means. We hear it constantly and we're like, yeah, I have that. So role alignment is the process of placing the right people in the right responsibilities with the right expectations. It's not about hiring more people. It's not about like titles that sound important. Who cares? And it definitely isn't about micromanaging your team. And that's where we start to get it wrong, okay? So it is about creating clarity, identifying every seat on your team. Here's the strategic truth about this. When your people don't know exactly what success looks like in their role, they cannot perform at the level your business needs. And when everyone does a little bit of everything, the business all of a sudden chaotic and unpredictable. So role alignment fixes that by answering 3 core questions, and this is what you need to write down for every person on your team. What am I responsible for? How do I know I'm winning, or what does correct look like? And how do I go, who do I go to for clarity? Those 3. If those 3 questions aren't defined, you, the owner, become the default answer for everything. I was just talking to a business owner about this last night. So why do small businesses struggle with this? Because most owners never intentionally built roles. They reactively assign tasks. So you hire someone because you need help. And then you start handing them pieces of your day. Can you answer this call? Can you send this email? Can you talk to this client? Can you take care of this real quick, whatever this is, right? And before you know it, you've built a role around chaos, not around the business needs. So here's the impact of when that happens. Your team works hard, but not necessarily in the right direction, which is towards your goals. Tasks fall through cracks because no one knows who owns them. They don't know who to report to. Employees, they stay busy, but the busyness does not create growth, especially towards your goals. And you, the owner, stay overwhelmed because everyone still needs you to fill in the blanks. So this is why you can have great people and still have inconsistent results. Your people are not the problem, but your structure is. So role alignment is going to create that clarity so your employees know exactly how to show up, how to perform, and how to support the business in a measurable way. So now you're wondering, how do I realign these roles within my team? So let's talk about what practical looks like here. So even if you only have 2 employees, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20, step 1 is going to be to define the essential functions of the business. Every service-based business has key functions such as sales, scheduling, maybe it's scheduling and communication, field or operations, quality control, administrative, financial. So start structuring yours. What does that look like? And when you clarify the functions, you stop assigning tasks randomly. You start assigning strategically. Step 2 of that is going to be assigning ownership, not just the task, because every function needs one owner. Ownership doesn't mean do everything. It means I'm responsible for making sure it gets done. This will eliminate, I thought she was doing it. Cut that out. Step 3 is going to be create a 1-page role summary, not a handbook, not a 20-page SOP, just a simple, clear summary. The role's purpose, top 3 to 5 responsibilities, what daily looks like, what weekly looks like for tasks, what are the KPIs that show success for that role, who do they report to, and how do they communicate? What does that communication flow look like for them? When the role is defined, performance becomes measurable, and then you as the owner can coach them because now that becomes possible. Okay? And then step 4, let's talk about communication expectations, because you cannot assume your team knows what success looks like. You need to speak it to them, you need to write it and reinforce it. When your team hears, these are your responsibilities, and here's what correct looks like, and here's how I'm going to support you, they feel empowered, not controlled or micromanaged. And then step 5 is going to be to protect that role. So here is where it's important. This is where most owners struggle. So listen up. If you constantly jump in and take over or change expectations daily, your team will never trust your structure. Your job is to lead that system. Their job is to run it. Okay? And then the transformation role. This is where alignment is like created. The roles are aligned, everything starts to change, and you hear that all the time. So your team now has confidence to move forward. Your communication is now clearer and faster. Your clients receive a consistent experience. Your business becomes scalable. Remember your goals. And most importantly, you stop being the bottleneck. Owners tell me all the time, I feel like I'm finally able to breathe again. Whew, right? Or I hear all the time, I'm not answering the same questions. My team actually knows what to do. My business is finally moving forward. These are things I get to hear constantly because of role alignment. So role alignment doesn't just create order, it creates freedom for you and your employees and the business itself. If you've been trying to grow your business without clear roles, you're not doing anything wrong. You're simply missing the structure that allows your team to succeed without constantly leaning on you. But once you put the right people in the right responsibilities with the right expectations, we talked about that at the beginning, your entire business is going to shift. You'll feel it, you'll see it, and you might even hear it from others. So you move from managing chaos to leading with confidence, from a reaction to a strategy, and from overload to true leadership. This is the foundation of a business that runs smoothly, consistently, and sustainably. And it all starts with role alignment.